A man who is paired alongside Jordan Poyer for the best safety duo in the NFL. A Buffalo Bills staple, an absolute stud, and a man that had a charity softball game on Sunday that raised money for the survivors and for the community of Buffalo after the heinous act at the grocery store. Good dude, great player. Ladies and gentlemen, Micah Hyde.
Yeah!
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. Just hanging out. Just got done with a workout. What's up, Hawk, man? How you doing?
Micah, are you actually taking part in all your OTAs and everything, or now that you're a savvy vet and you've done it all, can you hang out at home and not do as much?
You know, I was there last week working out with the guy, building up to the softball game and all that, and then I got back out here to see the family. The family didn't come with me, so I'm back out here with them out in San Diego.
What year, Micah, going into?
Going into year 10.
Wow. Big year.
Man, it's wild to think. It's wild to think. Already year 10, and I remember rookie year like it was yesterday.
Well,
showing up to Green Bay and seeing Hawk in the locker room and being like, the hell am I doing here?
what was he like as a teammate, you think, earlier? Was he one of the ones bullying people? Was he obviously a rude person in the locker room?
Nah, he was cool, man. He was cool. It was a lot of, helped me out a lot on the field, just seeing things. And I was a nickel back then, so me and him were working out, a lot on the field, talking, communicating. So, Hawk made me a better player for sure.
Hey, baby, AJ!
Wow.
AJ.
I told Mike all the time, and Mike, I told you at the old Takatari wedding, like Micah came in day one ready to roll. Like the dude was squared away, ready to play. And I obviously say, well, yeah, you're from Ohio, Micah. Of course you come in ready. And he just said, yeah, cosign.
I didn't know you're an Ohio guy. You're an Ohio guy?
Ohio guy, baby. Come on now.
Oh, jeez. We have too much of that area.
All time.
What's it? Hold on. We'll call you back. Let's call him back. Let's get a better connection with Micah. He's an Ohio guy. I didn't know that. Where did he go to school?
Fostoria, I think.
Yeah.
As the high school. I don't know if that's a city in Ohio as well. I assume it is.
But then he did.
And then he went to Iowa, yeah.
Yeah, so I just assumed, right?
He's from Iowa.
guy.
Yeah, I just assumed I didn't assume, because if he's from Ohio and he's good enough to go to Iowa, why didn't he go Ohio State?
I believe he was only like a 2-star prospect coming out of high school.
He was like
quarterback.
He was like a quarterback / DB, though. I think he was
Yeah.
playing a lot of quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Micah, we were just talking about your recruiting process. I didn't know you were from Ohio, because I would assume if you were good enough to go to Iowa, you would have went to Ohio State. But now we're learning a lot about you. Not expected to be as great as you have become, a 10-year NFL vet. Nobody said that in high school about you?
No, I wanted to go to a great rivalry of Ohio State or Michigan. I'm closer to Michigan, actually about an hour and a half, and about 2 hours from Columbus, and they didn't want me, so I took my talents to Iowa.
So now it feels like you have found a home in Buffalo, though. And obviously, the charity softball game this past Sunday, raising money, spur of the moment. I believe the money was supposed to be going somewhere else. Made a decision amongst a lot of people, like, hey, we should at least give back to the community here after the heinous shooting that, I mean, there was a video out there for a bit. I assume these types of humans are going to exist forever. We cannot allow them to continue to tear us apart after they do their heinous act. But you guys have really stepped up to the plate. The Buffalo Bills have the Buffalo Together Fund that's up over $1 million that'll be given back to the community of Buffalo. I believe the NFL Foundation matched the Bills donation. Your softball game, it feels like, and you can help by going to GoFundMe and finding the Buffalo Survivors Fund if you want to get in and help the Buffalo Bills and all of Buffalo give back to the community that was attacked this past weekend. But it feels like your team is so perfect for the city of Buffalo. Josh Allen feels like the right quarterback for Bills Mafia.
Oh, yeah.
The defense, no Pro Bowlers, right? No Pro Bowlers, no respect, absolute studs across there. It just feels like perfect match between the team and the city. Do you feel it that way? And how quickly do you think everybody in that Bills locker room was like, we have to help our community?
Well, I think it was right away. I think we were all shocked of what went down. We all kind of felt, I think the same thing, fans included, kind of felt bad, going into the softball game, knowing we were going to have a good time and be celebrating and laughing and all that. So, we knew that, if we can put some smiles on the face of the community and, generate some money to go back to the victims and, at least take their minds away from a couple hours. And, I think we're going to be close to $100,000 raising for.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey, that's good work.
Yeah, so it's pretty awesome to just get out there and have fun in front of the crowd. But this team and what Bean and Sean have been able to build since 2017 has just been amazing. Bringing in Josh, obviously, freak athlete. You saw him hitting bombs at the softball game. Can do it all and a perfect leader for this football team. And just a lot of the guys in the locker room just really care about the community and Bill's Mafia shows love to us, so why not show love back?
Was Josh Allen hitting bombs like that all day long? It looked like a walk-off to maybe end at the one that we watched. We talked about this on the show. Didn't even look. This was amazing. Did he hit multiple bombs like this?
Yeah, well, that was to win the home run derby, he hit a few bombs in the game too. But I take pride, AJ. Doesn't matter what the sport is. We could play chess, we could play checkers, whatever. I'm a competitive, but Josh, he's one of a kind, man. He's definitely like that too. You put him on a golf course, you put him on the basketball court, obviously the diamond, football field. He's going to be one of the best, and that's why I really think he's one of the best in the league, and he's perfect for our football team.
Well, he's 6'5", too, 230. He has the ability to run, and the how much better he has gotten each offseason from outside looking in every other building. They're like, well, we hope our quarterback does what Josh Allen does. This could be the next Josh Allen. But what you talked about with Bean and McDermott, almost being like a steady culture, like, hey, we're going to allow him to get better. We're going to continue to empower him. It feels like all the pieces are really coming together for you guys. Now, I have to ask, because, it is how the season ended. You have to hate that conversation, huh? Like AJ Hawk, whenever they talk about changing the overtime rules, where it continues to go. AJ and every defensive person that we've had on that represents the NFL is like, no, get a fucking stop. Like it should be, we're a part of the team as well. Like this should be a thing. Why are we changing this? Obviously the season didn't end the way, anybody would have wanted in Buffalo, but how miserable has it been to have to relive that every fucking week, it feels like, with the conversation? How excited are you to get back out onto the field next season as the Super Bowl favorites?
Yeah, obviously Super Bowl favorites, I could care less about that. You got to put in the work each and every week to go out there and, make it to February.
Hell yeah.
But definitely, hearing about the overtime stuff, I'm definitely over it too. It's, it is what it is. We lost, they won. We could have defensively, we could have went out there and tried to get a stop and made a stop to give our offense the ball back. So, I'm definitely tired of hearing about it, and I care less changes and all that. I just think we need to go out there and get a stop.
You guys are the Super Bowl favorites, which is different. A few years this wasn't the thing. Now you guys have the targets on your back. The AFC East getting better. McDaniel and the Miami Dolphins are investing a lot. Tyreek Hill is coming into the AFC East. Up in New England, I think Bill Belichick's offense coordinator, defense coordinator, special teams coordinator is doing everything. They're going to have a good squad. Obviously, Mac, young guy doing his thing. How do you guys take the next step? What is it? What do you think this offseason's kind of mindset is? What do you think it will take you guys to where ultimately everybody thinks you guys are headed to?
Well, we understand it's going to be a process. It's going to be a process week by week. Each and every week in the NFL is a challenge. You face some amazing offensive coordinators that are can call a hell of a game. You play amazing quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, tight ends, whatever it may be, each and every week. So, we understand that, and like I said, Super Bowl favorites means nothing to us. We got a great division. Everyone's getting better. We have to bring our A game each and every week, and I said the other day on the Jim Rome show, I think it's apparent we're not going to go undefeated. I think it's safe to say, we're going to take some hits, and as long as we learn from those hits and keep pushing, that's pretty much Sean's message every year. Just trust the process and keep going.
That's awesome.
Hey, Micah, how much nicer would your football life be if, say, the NFL went back to old school rules, say mid '80s, when you watch those safeties just decapitate people, play in and play out? How different would your life be, and how much easier would it be defensively if that was still allowed?
It would definitely be easier. I think that in today's NFL, obviously they want to see a lot of points and they want to see touchdowns, and it's offensive game. As long as you understand that, you can kind of go out there and try to play fast, and as far as getting fined and stuff, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. They're finding defensive players left and right. So You just got to go out there and not really think about it. And, if you do think about it, I think that's where injuries come in. So just push to the back of your head and keep going.
Was that something that was tough to transition? Because 10 years, you're kind of OG. You were almost before the full strike zone transition, especially for guys over the middle, defensive players. You didn't grow up in this heads up strike zone football that most of the league now, younger guys, kind of have grown up in. This is how you hit, as opposed to how you were probably taught to tackle, especially in Ohio. I mean, I couldn't even imagine how they were teaching people to tackle in Ohio when you were a kid, if it's anything like what that fucking maniac over there was taught. But how was that transition? Is it hard to do that? Because I think some people were not able to transition and continue to have as much success as you have been able to do with the hitting and the timing and where your head is at 20 miles an hour. All of that seems like impossible to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. It definitely is, especially when the ball's over the middle. It's a bang-bang play. You try to even make a play sometimes. You get your head in there. I've been fined a few times on some plays where I totally disagree with. But like I said, it's the NFL today. It is what it is. You can always appeal it. I try to appeal. It doesn't always go my way, but at the end of the day, I'm going to try to go out there and make some plays for my football team. And if I get fined, then you just got to keep going.
Hey, you and Porter bring the wood, though.
Oh, yeah.
You two feel good about it, too, right? I mean, that is something you guys take a lot of pride in, I assume?
You got to be a little crazy playing defense in the NFL, man, especially safety, linebacker. You got to be you got to have some screws loose up there. So, when you're on that football field, it's kill or be killed. So you got to go out there and make plays.
That's what AJ's. It seems like this is the Ohio
thing.
Yeah. Well, if somebody's going to have to die to get out of here, well, it's not going to be me. All right. That is what AJ said his mindset was when he played football, which, by the way, I think in a lot of physical sports, that is sometimes what has to get you through. And football will always be physical no matter how much they soften the rules. It is still a violent sport. And whenever a big hit brings any stadium to its feet, though. I know that they're going to try to change it for the future, but when you or Mr. Port hit somebody like perfectly and just absolutely destroy, places go bananas. And they always will, by the way. No matter how much more research comes out or science comes out, that's what it's all about. And I think that's why people like the Bills so much. Mm-hmm. You guys are a fucking cool team to root for. Like, if you have a lot of swag. Seems like you guys are young, even though you're 10 years into this thing, but young, confident. The way the season ended last year, everybody thinks you got screwed. You guys are a very, very fun team. Are you as close behind closed doors as it appears whenever you're kind of watching you guys operate from outside?
Yeah, for sure. I think once you play in somewhere like Buffalo and like Green Bay, those small towns, there's really nothing to do but football, especially during the season. So when we're at, when it's during the season, we're at the complex, man, we're just sticking around, hanging out. A lot of us have been together. This is going our 6th year, so we know each other in and out. It seems like went through, like college program together. So we are tight. Defensively, we hang out. We have our dinners during the season. We get to know each other. So. I love the football team that I'm on. I love the organization. Like I said, I think we're moving in the right direction, but we understand that, it's going to be a process this season, and a lot of people have high hopes for us, but, we can't really listen to that. We got to just, play our game and try to get better each and every week.
All right, well, don't listen. I got high hopes, man. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? I'm very excited for you guys. Go ahead, AJ.
Your coach, Sean McDermott, he seems like a guy that would love to watch you guys run your heads into each other for a while during training camp. Seems like a guy that wants to win the physical battle. Like, what's your camp practices like? I may be completely wrong, but I'm sure he's smart about it. But I would imagine there may be some physicality in there.
Yeah, he's a PA guy. He's a wrestler. So he has that kind of wrestle, that cauliflower ear mentality. And he wants to see physical football. He wants to see us, tackling well and the guys up front winning the line of scrimmage. So obviously practices are like that during training camp, but at the same time, and he knows this football team. He knows how to ease up on it, take care of us. So it's just he's the perfect head coach for us in Buffalo.
Yeah. Pennsylvania guy.
Yeah.
Of course.
Cauliflower.
Who do you call? You call a Pennsylvania guy. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of Ohio guys running around.
Yeah.
You call a Pennsylvania guy, try to wrangle the crew a little bit, get them in there. What a team up there.
Yeah.
So you got fans going through tables and getting hammered drunk. You got blizzards potentially for half of the season. You got electrifying offense, hard hitting, no Pro Bowlers.
No Pro Bowl.
Hard hitting defense. I mean, you guys are must watch television. I'm so excited for you guys. High hopes for you guys. Don't listen to me, Micah. Go ahead, Ty.
Micah, AJ mentioned how you were just ready to go when you first came into the league. I'm an Iowa guy as well, and it seems like since your freshman year there, Iowa's produced a shitload of guys at D-back that have gone into the league. How much of that was like you just being ready, and how much of that was Iowa preparing you to go into the league?
Well, I think that Iowa's an NFL program.
Hell yeah.
You know, fresh out of high school. You know, you in your freshman year, and Coach Ferentz and I had, you know, lucky enough, I had Coach Parker as my position coach back then. So I saw him all day, every day. They get you ready for the NFL, and they understand, you know, the whole process of putting on weight and, you know, getting better and better each and every year. And so, you know, your freshman year all the way to your senior year, you should be playing good football, and you're going to have a shot at the NFL. So, you know, I guess going to Iowa was definitely a cheat code, and you know that's why they produce so many NFL players, because Coach Ferentz gets you ready.
That's a recruiting
Print
pitch.
the T-shirts,
Yeah.
baby. Let's go.
Going to Iowa is a cheat code.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that is a
Yeah, I love hearing that.
slogan right
We
there.
know. It's just nice hearing someone
What are
say
you guys
it.
gonna do? You guys gonna win 6-7 games next year playing the
No,
Outback
no,
Bowl?
at
Probably.
least 10.
No.
8 to 10
Do
every
not-
year.
Hey, this guy, big time Iowa fan. He was just saying the other day, well, can't wait till we win 7-8 games, go to the Outback Bowl.
Yep.
After the Iowa basketball team got bumped earlier. Or whatever. That was the misery. That's the ride of the Iowa Hawkeyes, I guess. Go ahead, Micah.
That one still hurts. That basketball hurts. Let's not talk about that one. Yeah.
He knows.
Hey, they were a good team. Hey,
They were a very good team.
God, who was the guy?
Keegan Murray.
God, he was a player.
Very, yeah.
He's gone.
Dude, they fucking lost early, like first game.
First
right
round,
away.
yeah.
Golly.
Richmond.
People were talking about last year's team, like you can't fucking lose that early. And then this year was like, we got you. We'll go earlier.
Yeah, supposed to go to the Final Four.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable. It's all right. West Virginia hasn't. You know, we weren't even invited to the NIT. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Micah, you guys drafted a DB in the first round with Elam. Have you been able to talk to him? Did you see him last week? And how pumped were you to add to the secondary?
No, so I haven't met him yet. You know, from
Bad
when he got
vet.
drafted.
Bad vet.
Wow.
Terrible veteran. Terrible.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right. I'm a face-to-face type of person. I'm not him up on social media and do all that type of stuff. I'm gonna hit him up face-to-face, and I'm gonna, you know, I wanna have eye contact and talk to him. You know, get to know the kid for who he is and all that. So I'm waiting for that moment. So you can call me a bad vet if you want to, but that's kind of how I am. But no, I'm excited. You know, they you know, being added to this secondary that was already making plays. You know, to have a guy come in that's you know, eager to learn, eager to, you know, get better and make this team better, make the secondary better. I'm excited for him, and you know, just talking to Tre'Davious and stuff about him. You know, kid has a good head on his shoulders, so you know, I'm excited to see what he can do.
Darius Butler told us, and he's obviously transitioned into the media world, and I think he's been watching a lot of film and trying to study teams' trends and stuff. In the modern NFL, you need like 6 or 7. How many you say? 7?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 DBs that are like good in the modern NFL with the way offenses are. Do you see that in the game changing? Like, is DB becoming a much more important role in the defenses than it maybe was 5-10 years ago? With the-
Yeah, and you need DBs that can play all positions, and I think that's why, you know, we excel so much on our defenses, because you know, if a safety can play basically in the box or play nickel or sometimes even play outside, it's only going to make your team better. And you know, our nickels can do the same thing, and sometimes our corners are, you know, put inside in the slot and have to, you know, do run fits and stuff like that too. So the more DBs you can have that can play ball, that can play different positions, that can communicate, that can work together, you're gonna have a better defense.
Have offenses changed mightily since the beginning of your NFL time till now? Because they're wide open right now. It feels like scheme and strategy means so much more than maybe individual. He can't hear us. No, is this us?
You got me?
We talked to a congressman about aliens yesterday. This isn't your fault. It's definitely our fault. They're cracking down.
Son of a bitch.
They're cracking down on that thing. He said something. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call you back. I hope everybody got a good laugh whenever he got his shots in.
Yeah. Well,
There are many.
What shots are you talking about?
Nah, listen, AJ, you were like, any more? Did you?
Keep going.
Yeah.
What'd he do?
We don't get a congressman on very often.
Hey, that was a great conversation yesterday, man. That was a really good conversation.
He's your president.
He was pretty square. Like, he seems like I think I said yesterday, he looks like he's in the job he's supposed to be doing right now.
And as the words per minute that he had as a Marine, I think is just
Yeah.
conversation piece that should be chatted about. He also went to Princeton, I believe, that guy.
yeah.
I learned more about him afterwards than I probably should have done that work beforehand. But that's kind of how the show goes. Joining us back again, ladies and gentlemen, from a great signal area on our end, Micah Hyde. No. We'll have to have you back on again. No, Micah, you're 10 years in the NFL.
I gotta pay more money in a month for my Wi-Fi. I guess.
Well, have the success that you had. We will let you get back to your training, to your off season. Enjoy the hell out of it. We appreciate you for joining us. We appreciate your work for the city of Buffalo, alongside the Buffalo Bills and the NFL Foundation. Obviously, not a cool thing, but the way you guys rallied is awesome. Whenever you see a pillar in a city do what you would hope that a pillar in a city would do in a situation like that, you have to applaud it. Ladies and gentlemen, safety for the Buffalo Bills, Micah Hyde. Thank you, man. See you, dude. Good guy. Cheat code. Going to Iowa's a cheat code. I
hell yeah.
once again should have done more research. How long were you guys teammates?
1 year. My last year in Green Bay was his rookie year, but I mean, yeah. Michael was always one of my favorite dudes. He came in and was like
Returning punts too.
didn't say a whole lot, returned punts, was super athletic and was super accountable, and he helped me out. Like, I didn't just help him, like that dude helped me out a lot. He communicated a lot as a rookie when he'd only been there for like 3 weeks. Like, it was impressive.